I sometimes wonder what would happen if Tupac Shakur lived. If he was still living to this very day. Let's see, he was born in 1971. If he was still alive, he would be 44 years old. Yeah, that's how old Tupac would be if he was still alive. He'd be 44 years old. He died at 25. But unfortunately, shit happens. Somebody took his life, shot him, killed him, and he became a living legend. And the thing is, he was big. He's bigger now than he was when he was alive. When he was alive, he was not as big as he is today. Of course, when he was alive, people saw him as this prophet in the flesh, this so-called hip-hop prophet in the flesh. But unfortunately, his life was just taken from him just like that. But you know, Tupac always prophesied where he always prophesied his death. Like, he always talking about, when I die, I want to be a living legend. My only fear of death is reincarnation. Like, see, when you speak stuff like that, it's going to happen to you. If he was always talking about death. He made a video called, like, off his album I Ain't Mad at You. He made a video for the song I Ain't Mad at You. In the beginning of this video, it shows him getting shot down and killed, and he's walking through heaven, just meeting different people and stuff, dressed in all white. See, you see that when you do stuff like that, that right, it's like you're inviting death to come to your doorstep. But like he was always talking, you know, something like Tupac. Go look at some of his interviews. He was always talking about, in like 10 years from now, black people will have their own money. We'll have our own currency. We'll have our own society, our own community. It's like he was talking about, like, we'll have a country within this very country, and like he was talking about taking the White House, taking some of those rooms out and placing some black people who are poor or homeless into those 52 rooms that are inside the White House. And you know, I know for a fact, if Tupac was still alive, like he would criticize Barack Obama every chance he get. Like, of course, he was one of those militants who always brushed off the idea and the thought of a black president. But I know for a fact, if he was still alive, he would always he would do like all these other militants and criticize Barack Obama on shit that he's not doing for the black community. But that's basically what happened if he was still alive. Like, would he be in agreement with Barack Obama? Absolutely not. But that's the mindset that a lot of militants who had this wet dream of a black president coming to the White House have. But you know, something like when he got, like, of course, like when 4 days before he died, he was shot. I think he shot 4 times. One of the bullets pierced his lung and make his lung collapse. They had to take that lung out, and he was in ICU for the remainder of his days until he ended up passing away. But some like when I was like, I think I was like a freshman. I started. This is like 1996. I was a freshman in high school. I started off in high school, in the 9th grade, a freshman in high school. And I still remember those 4 days before he died, before he passed away. That's all kids would talk about. If you weren't doing homework or roasting somebody, you were just sitting around talking about, like, Tupac this, Tupac that. Yo, where Tupac at now? Oh, they took his lung out. He can't rap anymore, which is kind of true. If he would have survived, he wouldn't be able to rap anymore. You can't rap off of one lung. Some dudes would have been like, well, hell, if they never removed the lung and he got shot those 4 times, he would have made a badass rap. Because when he got shot 5 times before, he was making nothing but he was spitting nothing but hot fire about being shot. But I know for a fact, things wouldn't be the way they were if Tupac was still alive. If Tupac was still alive and he was still going strong and still a huge icon in the hip hop and the rap community, there would be no Waka Flocka, there would be no Young Thug, there would be no Soulja Boy, no Young Berg, no French Montana, Future, Gucci Man. None of those guys would even fucking matter. None of them would have mattered. None of them would even have a career if Tupac was still alive.